In this video we show the reshaping of azalea prebonsai in 2 years. Customers are often surprised when they see trees like this in our company. They think these bonsais are dead. But they are not. We have just radically reshaped them. Before I go into detail, I would like to show you some more examples. This is a typical prebonsai as we import it from Japan. It is a Satsuki azalea of the Murasaki variety. 8 weeks later, after a reshaping, they look like this. Another example. Here is a prebonsai, unwired. The next one already shaped with wire. And after repotting, 6 to 8 weeks later, they look like this. Let's take a closer look at the details. For that I will go to the bonsai without leaves. The leaves on this tree were completely removed about 2 weeks ago. Afterwards, the wire can be applied well. No buds are visible yet. The next bonsai was shaped 4 weeks ago. Many buds can already be seen here. The next tree was shaped 1 week before. The leaves are already showing here. And also with this bonsai you can see a lot of buds. Why do we cut back the azalea so radically? I would like to explain this with the trees at the back here. It is great starting material. There are almost no cuts to be seen, they have great roots and stems. But there is little structure to be seen. That's why we should reshape them. To do this, we will wire the trees and bend the branches into the right position. This works best when they have few or no leaves. As you can see here, the leaves and all shoot tips are therefore removed. This also forces the tree to form new buds. End of May is the best time for that. Once the leaves have been removed, you can see the trunk and branches much better. I think it is great material. A lot of effort has been invested over decades. On this tree I have already wired and rearranged the lower branches. Now you can clearly see why we are doing this. This creates so-called positive areas with branches and negative areas in between. The individual branch levels are now much more clearly visible. Here on this branch I would like to show how a cushion is rearranged. This shoot, for example, is pointing upwards. After applying the wire, the shoot is bent downwards. The branches are also bent closer together. This creates a compact cushion that stands out clearly from the other cushions. The wire is in place and now we can bend the shoot. Important is, the wood of azalea is very hard and breaks easily. You have to work very carefully. If I only bend the shoot downward, it would probably break off here. It is better to twist the shoot slightly when bending it. To bring the shoots closer together, it is the best to use a thin tension wire. I have already attached such a wire. This allows me to pull the shoot closer to the cushion. I do the same with the second shoot. I have finished the two trees on the right and the left. I think you can see the difference to the tree in the center very well. It is now the beginning of July. All azalea have got many buds and new shots. I will now prune some of the trees again. If I prune later, I will remove the terminal flower buds for the next year. This means that if you want to have flowers next year, you shouldn't prune too late and too hard. I think you can already see what I want to show. Radical pruning with shaping is quite possible at the right time of the year. 1 year has passed. Here you can see another prebonsai of the Murasaki variety. It is still unshaped. We didn't have the time for this tree last year. The next trees were shaped and repotted but not pruned a second time. The next bonsai was pruned again in July. Another example, this time the Hoki variety. Again, first the unshaped prebonsai. Then 2 trees that were shaped and repotted. The last 2 bonsai were pruned 1 week ago. Now they can already be potted in a ceramic bonsai pot. Here you can still see the large azaleas before pruning and after pruning. Another year has passed. It's May again and the azalea have a lot of flowers. I would like to show briefly that all the trees are healthy. Here you can see the big azaleas. With flowers the structure is barely visible at the moment. And here again the variety Murasaki. For the tree in the center I will make a pot now and I will pot it later. This is now the bonsai I am going to make a pot for. An oval pot fits best. The length of the pot should be a little longer than the current one. A glazed pot is a good choice for a bonsai with great flowers. For red flowers, a glaze with a blue tone fits quite well. But grey is also suitable. The structure of the pot surface should be almost smooth. This goes well with the almost smooth bark of the azalea. Now we make the pot. last part of the video is repotting the tree. Here we have our azalea from the video. What do we need today? We need pots. We need soil for our azalea. The best is to use the Kanuma soil from Japan. It's in soil with a low pH, and azalea needs such soil. I need an old scissor if I want to cut a little bit from the roots. I don't think so that I need it, but because we repot this tree 2 years before, I think it's not necessary to cut too much, but maybe. You need a root claw, big one, a little bit smaller, a wire cutter, because we must fix the net, and for that we need wire. There's the wire. Normally for the net and for fixing the tree we use 1.5 or 2 millimeter aluminium. At the moment here we have 2 millimeters. A brush sometimes will be good to clean here the surface roots. Yeah, I think we have all. And some fertilizer. It will be good if you can mix a little bit to the soil. This is horn meal. Horn meal, the grain size is very small, so it results in a fast fertilization of the tree. On the other side, if you like, you can use horn shavings. It's more for the long term. Okay, so let's start. At first I will cut the wire here. The wire is used for fixing the tree in the plastic pot. Then I will remove the soil on the surface, and maybe on the rest of the root ball I will do not too much. I will see. And then I must decide which pot I like, and yeah, we can do it now. I cannot explain why, but I prefer that one. The size of the pot is similar to the size of the stem. The length looks a little bit smaller than that. It's only a problem of how it looks like, because the size is the same, but it looks a little bit smaller. So I will use that pot, and the other one we can use for azalea. Okay, then let's start. After repotting I only give water, and you can see here we have end of April. It's a little bit late for repotting, but we have a glass house here with high humidity, so it's okay. After repotting I give water, then I let the flowers open, and I think in around about 4 or 5 weeks I will cut next time the leaves and the branches, so that next year we have much more small branches and the ramification is better. Okay, let's start. So here you can see the azalea from the video. After repotting I give a lot of water 2 times. This is very important after repotting. And on the right you can see a block of the same azalea. I have done all the same what you can see in the video with that right azaleas on the right. This is the variety Murasaki. It starts normally beginning of May, mid of May. This year we have a hot year. They are a little bit early, but it's okay. I like this variety, I like this color. And last not least, if you enjoy this video, please give us a like. And if you want to see more, subscribe our channel. Have a good time and bye bye.